it's me, Renee. I'm back, and yeah, I just filmed a long video, so I've got a bit of a bad voice. But yeah, also kind of wanted to do this video for a while. So this is gonna be me showing you all my unread books because shame. No, not shame, but like yeah, it's kind of show them off. So it's also to show you that you're the only one who buys lots of books and don't read them. So yeah, I'm thinking because of my throat being a bit itchy, yay! I'm just gonna show them to you and not say that much about them. So it's just gonna be a very visual movie with you. And yeah, and yeah, and also I'm not, as you probably might know, I'm not that organized. So this is just gonna be all of them. It's not gonna really be by any specific genre or something. It's just gonna be I'm gonna pull them off my shelf and show them to you. But that's that really. It's not really gonna be any more complicated than that. And you know what? I'm gonna put my hair up to be more ready. I'm ready. And yeah, let's start. First, some books that I've just talked about, so easy. Dragon Blood Ring, Amparo Ortiz. An Island Princess Started Scandal. I've started this slightly, but not a lot, so I'm counting it for unread. I suppose depends on how. Yeah, I just said I'm not going to talk that much. How you define like unread? If you started, like if you read one page, is the book unread then? Yeah. To Have and to Loathe, Mouthful Waters. Also read a few pages in this one. A Close and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers. Have not read this one. Sex, Power, Money. I've started this last year. Have not like read fine. Like I've read, yeah, I've read just like 42 pages. So yeah. Redwell by Brian Jacks. Crest of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. Yes, I have started this one. Have not gotten far it. Shame. I know. And then let's get to the books here. Then we have Looking Out for Love by Sophia Money Cuts. Liten Torons Potential by Camilla Davidsson. This is a Swedish book about someone going to. I feel like they go someplace. No, it's just like about the people. I'm not quite sure. It looks cheesy fun. You know what? The moment. Aurelia by Gabby Gleichman. This is all about immortality and something. Kuna, Fornuft og følelse på gården. Another one, it's another arc. I have some arcs from years ago. Still have not gone to. The Other World by Mercedes Lackey and Mark Shepard and Holly Lyle. Mercedes Lackey and her sci-fi series. I don't really love sci-fi, but I want to try sometimes. And I think I found this just like in a little free library, so like, why not? Dagboka til en lottomillionærsdatter by Girl It. Oh, by Girl It. So yeah, this is like a diary formed book of like someone, daughter of someone who wins in lottery. Sounds nice enough. The Future of Us by Jay Asher and Colin Macker. I've had it for quite a while. I believe I started, but I don't really quite remember like how much I read in it. So yeah, maybe I'll dig for it. Like, has people read this? Is it good? I know. Again, I talk. Den lange reisen til St. Croix. This is a Norwegian historical book. And just kind of like, yeah, Why not? I'm just gonna put them here so it's easier. Give me a moment. The Edge by Catherine Coulter. Thriller. I thought it was a romance. Yeah. Anyway. Oh. Oh yeah, it's a Sherlock story. Cool. Yeah, fun. Cool. I mean, you notice how many books have just been on my TBR for a while? I don't remember buying them at all. I was like, oh, what is this one about? So interesting. Blood Fever by Karen Marie Moaning. I remember reading one of these books and liking it, but it's been like 7, 8 years now. Maybe I'll DNF it. I'm not quite sure. Well, yeah, if you ever see me pick up a book and like think, oh, that's not a good book, just mention it's not good, I'll DNF it because, yeah, I mean, I could always have less books on my TBR. I don't need this many books on my TBR, really. The Mauritius Command by Patrick O'Brien. The author behind Master and Commander, because why not? Tarzan den Uorinnelige. So yeah, I think this was probably from like a library sale or something, and like, yeah, why not? Tarzan or Gulbien. Tarzan and Golden City, which, yeah. And then The Dreadful School by A.S. Neal. Yeah, don't really, I mean, this is very old style, we don't really get that much from this cover, but cool. Stumpa og Svingvinggruppen. So Stumpa is a Norwegian translation of the Anthony Buckridge books, Jennings, the Jennings series. It's I believe it's a UK series originally, but now we kind of feel like it's very much Norwegian, even though it wasn't originally. Yep. A moment. Trouble Twisters by Garth Nix and Sean Williams. Actually bought this fall, so recent. The first in the Milliwade series with twins and kind of saving the world things. So, yep. Charming by Jade Linwood. Got this also this fall. And yeah, book I'm excited to read. The Ruthless Lady's Guide to Wizardry by C.M. Wagoner. I think I started this book. I'm not quite sure if I've started, because I feel like there's two books that are kind of similar. So if I start this one, book another one, I'm not quite sure. But yeah. Catherine Mansfield, Bliss and Other Stories. I don't remember getting this one at all, so cool. Sea with the Black Dragon by R.A. McAvoy. I think I bought this, like, I think I wanted another book with the same title, similar title, and then I got this book. But it's like Sea and Dragons. Of course I'm gonna save it. Drømmejegeren by Jan Tore Noreng. So yeah, a Norwegian book that I think maybe I got this like 10 years ago, because I got quite a lot of Norwegian books from a friend then. So yep. 100 dager by Inger Johanne Satterbæk. I got this, I was supposed to use it for school, and then it came to me late, so I couldn't really use it for that project. And yeah, I just haven't given it away, because I don't know, maybe I'll read it, maybe. Book Boyfriends Talk Nerdy to Me. This is part of a series. I believe I read one of these series. I feel like I didn't really like it that much. I think I already had bought 2 other books, so I hadn't really gotten rid of the other books. And then sometimes you like one book in the series and you don't like others. So yeah. The Myth of the Explorer by Bo Riffenborough. I'm not quite sure if this is non-fiction or fiction, but it's about explorers, so cool. Then we have A River of Royal Blood by Amanda Joy. I bought this like several years ago now, because it was like something special. I don't really remember. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, anyway, it's North African based fantasy, so that's always fun. And yeah, I know it's a first in trilogy, first in something, and yeah, maybe. No, I don't remember why I wanted to do this book again. Probably because of something cool. I remember it was like something special. Main character being autistic, asexual. I don't quite remember. Anyway, yeah. Game moment. Yes, let's continue. Then we have The Bronze Beasts by Rosanna Chokshi, the third and last in her YA trilogy with heists and whatnot. I read the first one years ago, haven't continued, and definitely want to do it this year. The Last Dance of the Debutantes by Julia Kelly. So it's set in 1958 in England. Debutantes, so it's historical, but like not far away historical. And yeah, it's described as fans of the crown, which I don't like, but like I like historical, so yeah, I bought it anyway. And yeah, and then we have Solstrippen, an arc of a book that came out this fall. I believe it's coming out this fall in English, but yeah, it came out last fall in Norwegian. It's the second in this Vardari series, which I love C.D. Pedersen's first series. The second series is much more darker and much more serious. And I enjoy the first book. I didn't love it. I do want to continue it. It's just kind of why I haven't jumped at reading the second book. So, yeah. We have A Rose in Bloom by Louisa May Alcott. So I don't remember why I got this, but yeah. Why do I have this one? I have no idea. You know what? This doesn't really look interesting at all. I'm just gonna DNF this right now. Or DNF it, just unhaul it. I mean, on the spot, but yeah. Then we have The Silvered Serpent by Rosanna Choksi, the second in the series. And you know what? Right now, well, I feel like because I have the first book, I don't have, and this is the second book I have. And yeah, because first I had this and this covers, and I got different covers. But yeah, also second and third. I mean, it's so different sizes. Maybe I'll just because yeah, I like having them in same size. Maybe I'll just unhold this and then get it in small size. Or do I have it? I don't remember. Yeah, anywho. And then we have The Book Weaver's Daughter by Malavika Kannan. So this is YA and Indian mythology, which is not really that often something you see. I'm not quite sure if this is the series or standalone, but yep. Lovely War by Julie Berry. Uh, all happening during the First World War, and also kind of like I feel like some like Roman gods middling about some way. I feel like it is. It is. So yeah. We have Like a Charm by Elle McNichol. This is a middle grade YA, one of those witches books. So yes, here for that. Also first in the series. And then we have Skip to the End, adult romance with funniness. The tagline is, "If you knew how love story finished, would you turn the first page?" Which interesting moment. Wildwood by Lauren Blackwood. This is a Jamaican fantasy YA series. YA book. Is it YA? Anyway, it's Jamaican based witches. So, yeah. En ytterst intressant bok om djurenes verden. So it's a QI book in Norwegian. En ytterst interessant bok om alt det du ikke vet. So this is kind of, yeah, another QI book in Norwegian. I don't, yeah. I don't quite remember where I got this, but yeah, another arc. Matrix by Lauren Groff. The Good Girlfriend's Guide to Getting Even by Annabelle. I got some Annabelle's books last year, but 2 years ago, because I heard some people say that she's a very funny author. I think I tried one of the books, didn't like them that much. But like, it says like for fans of Sophie Kinsella, which I very much enjoy. I'm gonna try more of her books before I give up on her, really. House of Tulvani by Hannah Rothschild. A Touch of Gold by Annie Sullivan. This is a King Midas retelling. Dreams of Fire by Nathaniel Wayne. This is a book written by the booktube channel, the channel, Geeks channel, Council for Geeks. Real Wilds is another one of the names that the person goes by. And yeah, I love this cover. And yeah. Give me a moment. The Nine Tailors by Dorothy L. Sayers. So I read some Peter Williamson last year. I very much liked some of them, and some I didn't like at all. I suppose that often happens when you read. I mean, if an author has a lot of books, rarely you love all of them. But yeah. Then we have like all these old style books. The Bestest Böcker. Gepardna with like 4 stories in one. It's Thomas Fronek, Alan Kalliou, John Smith, and Richard Martin Stern book. And yeah, definitely a book I kind of want to get to sometime. Just One Damn Thing After Another by Jodie Taylor. I feel like this book has like a big fandom after it. I did try it. Like I have like read a few pages in it. I don't love it. Like, do you want to give it another go? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. I mean, it's Soundroll, which I'm very much for. And Lycklig Man by Arto Pasilina. So this is a Finnish story, which like doing what Finns often do. They have like dark humor. Know My Name by Chanel Miller. She was the one that was famously raped or almost raped in 2016 by Brock Turner. And was it, yeah, Stanford? And so yeah, it's her memoir. It's about rape culture, things like that. A Twisted Tale anthology. I talked about this one before. It's fairy tales retold. Another one of this old style books. Östforeningen der Tidenes Århundre. Is it like famous? I kind of also like how you don't really get that much from the cover. It's kind of very much you have to read the book. John Steinbeck book, and yeah, different stuff. Today, Tonight, Tomorrow. I feel like this has been like all over the booknet these last few years in a way. It's YA romance. And then we have the works of Oscar Wilde, which I actually like did a few of. Yeah, this is kind of a bit old because I got it like used from my sister like maybe 12 years ago now. Yeah, so it's a bit old, but yeah, very much like it. I did some Oscar Wilde audiobooks last year, so I have gone through a lot of these actually. So I think I might do like the book person thing where like I just have this on my shelf and I never read it because I don't know. I kind of feel like Wilde very much like is a person you should listen to, but reading them because like he mainly wrote plays, and I feel like reading plays just kind of for me feels raw, really. So yeah, uh, yeah, that's those. Give me a little minute. Once a Soldier by Mary Jo Putney, a historical romance. Den unge Poe, Mysteriet i Likgata. This is a Poe-inspired crime for middle grades, and it's actually written by Spaniard, which fun. Often kind of, at least in Norway, often very much things that translated are from Americans or from the UK, so it's funny to have other authors, other nationalities highlighted. And then we have The Sources of Self-Regard by Toni Morrison. I had planned to read this in 2021 actually, and then yeah, life happened. Still plan to read. Boka om verden by Johan Olsen. This is another arc I got, and yeah, it's kind of a book for middle graders about the world kind of. Paris Adrift by Ida Swift. I don't remember if this is the first in a series or whatnot. It is an adult book. It has history, fantasy, and science fiction. So yeah, cool. Evie Drake Start Over by Linda Holmes. Yeah, I don't remember why I got this, but yeah. Then Ines the Vein Up by Karen Matthews. I read some Karen Matthews books before, and I thought this one looked interesting enough. I probably bought this like very impulsively while waiting for a train. Have not read this for a long time, but yeah, never say never. 36 Questions That Will Change My Mind About You by Wiki Grant. It's a middle grade, and yeah. Dishonesty is the second best policy, and Other Rules to Live by David Mitchell, one of my favorite comedians. A Real History: The World According to Movies by Alex von Tunselman. So it's kind of all about like how movies talk about the past and what they glamorize and whatnot. And yeah, Stedsøster by Jennifer Donnelly, Cinderella retelling. And this one came up like in 2017 or like no 2019, but like still a while ago. Yeah, give me a moment. Whent by Maxine Kaplan. It was actually an original comic book, and then she decided to make it into a again. Yeah, what is the word for like a book that's not a comic book? Because it feels like a non-comic book feels like too awkward. Does it have a name? Like, I suppose you could say book, but like then you could also include map books because that's not a word book. But comic books also has words in them. I don't quite know. I don't know. Anywho, yeah. Bookish boyfriends get a clue. This is Sherlock Holmes style retelling with also love stories in thrown into it. Midnattsbiblioteket by Matt Haig. So Midnight Library came out a few years ago. Everyone loved it. I have not read it yet. I'm not quite sure if I'll like it. Like I read another Matt Haig book which I liked. I don't really remember loving it. So yeah. A Water A Water Weird by Andrew Caldecott. All about like a city that's kind of on its own, and it's kind of like it's kind of in a way its own world and whatnot. And yeah, Water Wheel, it's like a weird place. So yeah, Somewhere Out There, My Unmade Life by Don Bluth. So yeah, Don Bluth's memoir. I love Anastasia. I have seen I've seen the dinosaur movies, and I have seen blah 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 blah. Da, ba, da, ba, da, ba, da. No, that's not one. Yeah, American Tail, which I like, but maybe I saw it too late to like love it. But Anastasia was very much part of my childhood, and yeah. Say I Boo by Morgan Spellman. Uh, Halloween romance story. Wither Ward, second one in the Rotter Weird series. Or it's a different series. Oh yeah, it's a different series. For some reason, for the same series. Yeah, and yeah, but it's like it's also like uh, London with a different element to it. So yep. Moment. The Windsor Knot by H.J. Bennett. This is a cozy crime where the now past Queen of England investigates crime. So cool. And Last Christmas, I like a anthology book of like people's Christmases and stuff. Planned to read this last year, didn't happen. So this year maybe. Remarkable Creatures by Tracy Chevalier, historical story. Gideon the Ninth, yes. Have the first book, have not finished it. Have I started? I started slightly, like ages ago. So yeah. A Winter's Promise by Christelle Dabos. I heard this is slow but good, and I have not checked out more than that really in many years. But I want to check it out. The chunker, but yeah. Pandemic by Jennifer Estep. It's an adult superhero story. I'm not sure it's a superhero. I think it's more like a superhero, not romance, but just a superhero story. Razor Girl by Carl Hiassen. The comic laureate of crime. So yeah, comic crime. Definitely for me. Being a Witch by Sarah Pascoe. Again, well, I feel like Sarah Pascoe has more than one fiction book, which she said last year she has just one. Maybe it says end here. Doesn't really say. Yeah, like who? That's the author thingy. Yeah, anywho. Pickpocket and the Gargoyle by Lindsay Eager. Not Working by Lisa Owens. Kidnap the Rich by Raul Ranio. Hamilton's Battalion by Rose Lerner, Courtney Milan, and Elisa Cole. So I read one of this series because it's 3 romances. I read one of them, which I don't know. And I haven't read the rest because I just haven't. I think I started the second one. Did I not? Yeah, started. I just haven't gotten far in it. Maybe I'll do it in February. Maybe I'll do it. Anyway, yep. Touched Queen by Shannon Toxie. Nasty Woman of History by Hannah Jewell. Agency of Scandal by Tracy Wood. So this is historical spies. Jasmine Throne by Tessa Shuri. Yeah, have had this on my TBR for like over a year now. Haven't picked it up yet. This is there. Hopefully, hopefully. Can't spell treason without T. Mot Nordavind og den syvende bølgen. So this translated to Norwegian from German. It is love stories told in email form. So cool. Then we have Honora Roberts' Once Upon a Castle, but also with Jill Gregory, Ruth Ryan, and Marianne Willman. Amanda Quick's Mischief, Wicked Widow, and Deception, all by Amanda Quick. Probably should do Amanda Quick or 25 thingy one time. Yes. Give me a moment. Veronica Mars and Philosophy, a non-fiction book all about essays and how Veronica Mars works in regards to philosophy, which I'm a marshmallow. I'm gonna read everything Veronica Mars. Just not yet. Eventyrlig evolusjon by Hanna Nyborg Støstad. Norwegian non-fiction about nature and stuff. So yeah. What? Fabel Jakob on Hersens kjærligheten. So yeah, this is I believe it's I'm not quite sure if it's a kid's book, if it's just like easily written because it's like lots of pictures and stuff. But yeah, it's about a bird and his love and stuff. Charleston i Grukkendal, all about jazz in Norway. Sorry. The Thief Knot by Kate Milford. A Green Glass house story, so it's a standalone but set in Green Glass world. I have started this book and just like read 5 pages into it, but yeah, I'm not counting that as read, so yeah. And we have Clash of Steel by C.B. Lee, a retelling of a Treasure Island, which yeah, I love me some retellings. And Treasure Planet's one of my favorite Disney movies, so yeah. And C.B. Lee, one of my favorite authors, so here for this. The Fraud Squad by Kyla Sao. Meant to read this last year, didn't happen, but yeah, all about people heisting and whatnot in Singapore. So yeah. In Her Footsteps, the way a trailblazing woman changed the world by Lonely Planet. So it's kind of like her story about geography and the world and world history, whatnot. So yeah. Teen Dreams, reading teen film and television from Heathers to Veronica Mars. Not a non-fiction about that kind of stuff. So yeah. The Devil's Blade by Mark Alder, a fictionalization of Julie Daubigny's story. Her story in itself was just quite fascinating, but this is a fictionalization of it, so it includes a fantasy element to it. And yeah. And then we have the Mysterious Society of Lady Scoundrels by N.G. Holton. I have started this, haven't gotten far in it. I don't know. Usually I like these kinds of books, but this one, I mean, it has houses that move. I don't know. it just kind of feels a bit too much, really. But I don't know. Yeah. Anywho, A Million to One, a heist set on Titanic by Adiba Jagirdar. Kissing Emma by Shappi Kurosandi. Not So Pure and Simple by Lamar Giles. Yes, and that is, yeah, that shelf. And yeah, so now I'm taking this shelf and that shelf. I'm not doing that shelf because that is actually technically, it is read books. I just have them there for some reason. So they're not unread books, they're not on my TBR pile. So yeah. And yeah, now, as I said, I've done this and this, so I'm gonna go upwards. So see you in a bit. Love for Beginners by Jill Sholwis. Heard good things about this author. Haven't checked her out. Listerdale Mystery, Agatha Christie. I don't quite remember if I read this or not. I've read a lot of her books. I'm not quite sure if I read this one, but yep. Conversations with a Fat Girl by Liz Palmer. The Gospel of Loki by Joanne Harris. Sherlock Sisters by Nick Robinson. Stories from the Golden Age of Female Detectives. Ninja's Dagbook 3. I don't know why I did it that way. But yeah, this is the third in this series. Read the first book, and I've never got a hold of the second book, and I found this used. Probably should get the second book someplace. The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. Yes, still on my TBR. A Cup of Tea by Casey Blair. The first in the Tea Princess Chronicles series. The Scarlet Pimpernel, or audiobook. City of Shattered Lights by Claire Wynne. I believe this is a standalone. Might be wrong. Yeah. It's a sci-fi story. I believe it's sapphic based. And yeah. Once a Spy by Mary Jo Putney. Nobels Testamente by Lise Marklund. Library of the Unwritten by A.J. Hackwitt. Mystery and Mayhem, so by those different authors. So it's like middle grade mystery. 15 Tales of Woman and Witchcraft, Toil and Trouble. Edited by Jessica Spotswood and Seth Sharp. Star Daughter by Sheveta Takar. Galaxy, The Prettiest Star by Jadisa Axelrod and Jess Taylor. You know what? Eternally Yours edited by Patrice Caldwell. 15 Stories of Paranormal Love. A Thrilling Adventure Hour by Phil Hester and Mauricio Wallace. The Psychology of Time Travel by Kate Mascarenhas. Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. Crown of Wishes by Roshani Chokshi. The Secrets of Heart Notes by Stacey Lee. Vanished Birds by Simon Jimenez. A History of the World in 21 Women by Jenny Murray. Give me a moment. Take Me Home Tonight by Morgan Matson. Hot Guys and Baby Animals. So technically, well, not a book. It's just pictures of guys and animals, which is gonna be nice when I'm having a bad day. I kind of forgot about this book, but yeah, I like those kinds of books now and then. As most of us do. Most of us. Yeah, I think a lot of us do. Show Us Who You Are by Elle McNichol. If this is a second in the series, or if it's just in the series, I believe it's a sci-fi fantasy based. So, yep. The Rhythm of Time by Questlove with S.A. Cosby. So this is a time travel story. Yes, here for that. Spell Hacker by M.K. England. Start this one slightly. Also started on audiobook. Haven't gotten far in it, but yeah. And this is just kind of collection of British YA authors. I got it for free. I'd forgotten I had it, but yeah, yeah. Absent in the Spring, written by Agatha Christie as Martha Westmacott. Yeah, kind of want to read those kinds of books by her as well. Sometime. Yeah, why do I have this one? I don't want it. And this is also a good reason to do this kind of stuff. I'm just gonna give this away because this doesn't seem like my thing at all. Probably something I got when I had the job in the bookstore. Now that I don't have to sell all the books that don't interest me out there. So, yeah. Bye! Mary Higgins Clark, Hemligheten från fortiden. So it's a crime, but it looks like a interesting crime. Or like, why else would I get it? I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Lord of the Far Island by Victoria Holt. Actually, at a time where I read lots of Victoria Holt in my teens. So I think I kind of wanted to try to get back into her. So, yeah. Delusions of Grandma by Carrie Fisher. Old Stories by Tom Holt. Supposedly a very funny fantasy author. So, yeah, definitely for that. Cirkelen by Mats Strandberg and Sara B. Alfgren. This is a Swedish YA story. I've actually read this one first book, but I didn't have it on my Goodreads because I didn't really like it, so I didn't include it on my Goodreads. And some friends of mine loved it, and they kind of gave it for me Christmas for like, you should read this. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I suppose maybe I should try it again. I suppose also like not every book is for everyone, so maybe I'm gonna unhaul it. I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Then we have 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and Other Stories by Jules Verne. So yeah, I've had this for like probably 10 years, maybe 11 years. Good while. I've read one book in this, one story in this book because it includes a lot of stories. Includes, let me check out, 5 Weeks in a Balloon, A Journey to the Center of the Earth, From the Earth to the Moon, Around the Moon, 20 Leagues Under the Sea, and Around the World in 80 Days. Isn't that? No, it's yeah. So I read Around the World in 80 Days, and honestly, I kind of like the movies better. But yeah, I kind of want to read more because yeah, why not? It's a classic. I want to try them all others out, and then maybe I'll unhaul it. For now, I'm gonna keep it. And then we have Boston, A City Guide by Lonely Planet. I got this from a library sale like 7 years ago because yeah, I used to study to become a librarian, and then we learned that Boston has like one of the oldest public libraries in the world. So of course, Boston is on my bucket list now. Kind of sad I didn't get to go there 2 years ago now, but yeah, maybe in the future I'll go and yeah, check out other things in Boston as well. Then we have Acid by Emma Pass. I think it's a kind of apocalypse novel, dystopian novel. I think I just bought this very randomly, impulsively. You know what? I don't think I'm gonna read this. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give this away because I think this is not really my thing at all. I'm quite happy that nowadays I've kind of stopped buying so impulsively because buying things just because they're shiny or just because they're on sale. No, I mean you should have some interest for the book. I mean, yeah, good to go outside of the comfort zone, but still, yeah, yeah, yeah. Away with you. The Fat Years by Chang Koshu Chang. So it's a book written by uh, Chinese about like I believe it's kind of like a Chinese satire, I think, and yeah, that still intrigues me. Yes, almost finished, not quite. Yes, I mean it's also kind of good, not a good advantage like doing those kinds of videos, these kinds of videos, because I just found a book. I want to try this series. I don't remember buying this book, so cool, I have it. I'm not quite sure if this is the first in the series or whatnot. Kind of looks like it because usually when it's not the first, you kind of have mentioned the other books at the beginning of the. Let me check it out. It doesn't really say here. And it doesn't say like check out the next book, whatnot. Yeah. Anywho, The Iron Duke by Meljan Brook. It's a steampunk romance series. Definitely for that. Tangled in Time by Catherine Lasky. So yeah, this is I believe it's a fairy tale romance, Milkweed fairy tale. Maybe it's a romance, but yeah, fairy tale retelling. Or like, yeah, I'm not quite sure what it is, but yeah, looks very nice. So yeah, Spindle's End, A Tale of Magic and Adventure by Robin McKinley. So I've read Beauty by Robin McKinley like, my God, 14 years ago. How long was 2009? Around that. Very much enjoyed it. I have read some other McKinley books, but I haven't read that many of her. And yeah, I want to read more. Definitely do. Indigo by Paula Bernstein. I I do remember seeing Paula Bernstein in a kind of video in 20. I feel like it was 2020 when like a lot of authors did like lots of interviews and stuff on YouTube. And I believed I very much liked her what she said about in that interview. I feel like I'm looking for some other book, other word. Anyway, yep. Go Tell It to Miss Golightly by Catherine Cookson. Don't remember why I got this, but yeah, looks short. Yeah. Wow. Kjærlighetens dårskap by who is this by? Elizabeth Margetson. Probably got this like used someplace, I think. Kind of looks like an Norwegian author, but yeah, I like. Yeah, as you probably noticed, I kind of like this old style books where you just like have the title and that's that. I don't like that. Charles Dickens, I think I got this for Christmas one year. What is it? I thought first it was Charles Dickens' book. Maybe it's a Charles Dickens biography? I'm not quite sure, but cool. Stumpa og Syndfloden, so another Jennings book. And then we get to a lot of books that are kind of same vein. Yeah, they were kind of books where like quotes from kids who say the darndest things. I got this while I was interning at a library some years ago. En flyktning kysser sin mor. De to første menneskene på jorden var Hans og Grete. So yeah, just kind of different, yeah, all by Norwegians about like the kids things kids say. The rearranged life of Una Lockhart by Margarita Montimore. I believe this is one of those stories where they get to go back to like back in their own life, like time travel within their own life and like change stuff and stuff. So yeah. Not my favorite kind of time travel, but still. Good News by Rashmi Sardespand. It's a non-fiction book all about the good news that happens in the world. It's kind of lots of pictures and stuff, but yeah, kind of a good antidote to all the sad and awful things in the world. Here, we focus on the good things in the world. Why do I have this? I don't remember. Yeah, maybe I want to read this. First, I didn't really recognize it, but then it looks like it takes place in New Orleans, which I very much enjoy. So, yeah, gonna check it out. Gravbyggen Våkner of Sigbjørn Mostø, a Norwegian author, one of the few who has dabbled, or I would say, yeah, probably mostly known for writing fantasy for kids. And yeah, I don't really feel I've read that much by him. Or have I? Have I not? I don't remember. But yeah, I think I have this because I won't try him. I don't quite remember. I know, yeah. Getting Over It by Anna Maxt. Yeah, so like Bridget Jones-ish, according to this review. So yeah, that sounds for me. The Revenant of Traxon Hall. Paranormal Casebooks of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So yeah, Arthur Conan Doyle solving paranormal stuff. Yeah. Check it out for Halloween, maybe before, but yeah. Spending a semester. So this is kind of like different stories by different crime or like scary authors. It has Patrick Quentin, Andrew Garve, Mary Roberts Rynham, Edno Ambler. So yeah. Then we have The Athenian Murders by Jose Carlos Somorza. So yeah, murders in ancient Greece. And yeah, that's different. And definitely something I want to try. Another Jennings book. Oh, a bit old. Mord på scenen by Catherine Quentin Patrick. Another one of those like classic crime authors. And a moment. Yes, still haven't finished. Almost an hour long video, but yeah, I have a lot of books, as you can see. Lobisona by Romina Garber. Året jeg sa ja by Hannah Doyle. So the year said yes. 10 Steps to the Net by Hannah Gadsby. Yeah, who doesn't love Hannah Gadsby? Drunk on all your strange new worlds. This is kind of like a locked room mystery set in sci-fi, set in space. So yeah, I don't know why this is here. Okay, I'll move that because I read that one. Here. Det stripete udyret by Tor Åge Bringsværd. Oh yeah, I got it from a little free library. It says here. Yeah. So yeah. Conceal, Don't Feel by Jenny Calanita. Winter's Orbit by Evelina Maxwell. I started this book. Again, I suppose maybe I could technically do a own video like talk about books I started, read a few pages in, haven't finished. Maybe I'll do that. That could be, it wouldn't be that long a video, but it would be long-ish. I don't know, book I started. Generation Wonder, The New Age of Superheroes. So it's novellas with superheroes, and yeah, for YA audience. Never Kiss Your Roommate by Philippine Harms. Started this one, haven't gotten far in it. It's a boarding school sapphic love story. I don't quite remember why I didn't read on it in it, but yep. It's kind of, yep. King Solomon's Mines by H. Rider Haggard. This is kind of another one of those classic stories that, yeah, want to try. The Bright and Breaking Sea by Chloe Neal. So like this came out, yeah, actually 2 years ago now. It's a pirate book, and it kind of looked very cool, so I bought it when it came out. And then I heard last year that it wasn't that good, so now unsure. So if you heard about this book, did you like it? Did you not? Please tell me. Give me a moment. Another Jennings. And yeah, audiobook, because I love me some audiobooks on CD. Yes, quirky me. Verden bak lerretet by Alexander Vance. So this is one of those stories where you can go behind paintings, like this magic inside paintings. So yeah, definitely for me. Someone in Time, also started this one sadly. This is an anthology of time travel romance. A literary miscellany, just kind of different things about literature. So a non-fiction book about, yeah, fun facts around literature. Who Ate the First Oyster by Cody Cassidy. I've started this slightly. I don't remember why I didn't finish it, but yep. Reach for the Stars by Michael Craig. This is all about Britpop. Or just pop? I feel like it's all about Britpop. Yeah, British pop between 1996 to 2016. So, what? Sorry, 2006. So, 10 years. So, yeah, me as Norwegian, we had a lot of British music come over here. So, yeah, it's a bit of a chunker, but yeah, fun non-fiction book to have. No Life for a Lady by Hannah Dolby. So this actually came out last year, and it's all about a woman at 28 in 1800s doesn't want to get married, so she's scandalous, and about her how she kind of wants to work and stuff, and yeah. The Loose Ends List by Carrie Firestone. I don't remember this one at all, but has a nice cover to it. So yeah. Hygge and Kisses by Clara Christensen. So this is about blah, 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 blah. I think it's about a Brit who goes to Denmark to like escape and stuff, and that's kind of why the hygge. I think sometimes people talk about hygge like it's a Danish thing. I mean, we very much have hygge in Norway as well. That's the thing we have here as well. So it's not just Danish, you guys. It's Norwegian thing as well, definitely. So yeah. And I think some people have said like hygge means just kind of having you have to have beer to have hygge. Honestly, with me, I kind of feel like though also I would kind of like say hygge and kind of cozy is the same. Like I would describe them both as like enjoying yourself, like not just having a nice time, but just enjoying yourself very much. Like you're very relaxed. It's very nice. It's a nice atmosphere. That's kind of what hygge is, at least I would say. Like you could say if you're watching a very nice movie and you're being entertained, you could say, we're gonna enjoy this movie, or we're gonna uh, vi ska ha det hyggelig med den filmen. We're gonna enjoy this movie. Yeah, I would say kind of way hygge is kind of the same as enjoying it really. So I don't realize what people say. It's just kind of these weird things like you have a fireplace and whatnot. To me, it's not that specific, but yeah. Why visit America? I do remember why I didn't finish this because I bought it thinking it was about non-fiction, and then turns out it's fiction all about short stories and weird short stories around America. And I'm like, is that something I want to read? Maybe. I don't know. So, yeah. Then we have I Kiss Sarah Wheeler. Yes, again, a book I've started, haven't finished. And yeah, so far I'm not in loving it, but I haven't unhauled it, so I think I'm probably gonna give it another go. Then we have The Last Word on Frank Sinatra. So a biography about Frank Sinatra. I very much like his songs, so yeah. Word drops, all about the etymology, like why words are words, or like why words, how they became the words that they are. And yeah, I love me some word nerdiness. So yeah. And then we have Soul of Stars by Ashley Poston. Second one in this duology. First one being Heart of Iron. And this is Anastasia retelling set in space. With it's kind of like a space opera-ish story. And yeah, I very much enjoyed the first book. I just haven't read the second one forever because I don't have, just haven't really. Maybe this year will be the year I get to it. Maybe, maybe. Then we have Let's Pretend This Never Happened by Jenny Lawson. So this is kind of, it's by one of the, I believe it's one of the, I believe it's a writer behind some series. Anywho, yeah, it's a funny non-fiction book. That's all I kind of want. So, yeah. Then we have Wisdom of the Ancients, Life Lessons from a Distant Past by Neil Oliver. Kind of interesting non-fiction, I feel like. Eurovision! A History of Modern Europe Through the World's Greatest Song Contest by Chris West. So this kind of talks about like each year of Eurovision, the winner, the loser, whatnot, like fun facts like that. Started last year, didn't get far in it, so I think I'm gonna read it this year for Eurovision fun. And yeah, at midnight, 15 beloved fairy tales reimagined with lots of different authors. Definitely here for that. The Conductors by Nicole Glover. I believe might be the first in the series. I don't quite remember. I also believe I've heard mixed things about this book, though. Yeah, I mean, what book have you not heard mixed things about? There's few books that everyone loves, but yeah, that is the end. No. Of course, no. It's just the end of the shelf. I got Two more shelves. Well, one shelf, one shelf and a TBR trolley. So stay with me. Yes. You Got Us by E. Foley and B. Coates. Life Lessons from Awesome Immortals. Epic Crush of Jeannie Lowe by FCE. Questland by Carrie Vaughan. Actually started this, haven't gotten far in it. So yeah. Picasso Kvinnen by Tara L. Bjørnstad. Norwegian book I just got myself like a few days ago, so I haven't read it at all. It's about this woman who has disfigurement, and she's kind of like scared of the world, but yet still she's kind of, I think like she's a model or something. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, it looks interesting. Et hav av muligheter. Hva skal vi leve oss etter oljen? A non-fiction about what we do here in Norway after oil goes, because right now our main like income for the nation is the oil, but like the oil after a while it's gonna be away. So what do you do then? And then a Donald pocket. I kind of thought it looked nice, fun. And then I got this 2 years ago, 1 year ago, something like that. It's one of my favorite authors. I just have not picked up this book. It's a bit of a weird one, so yeah. The Fifth Genre by G.L. Carriger or Gail Carriger. The Perfect Hero by Victoria Connolly. Sorry. Boss Witch by Anne Aguirre. It Happened One Midnight by Savannah DeWild. Sister Bush to Woodstock by Colin Dexter. So this is a Morse book. An Enormously English Monsoon Wedding by Christina Jones. A Love of a Lifetime by Melissa Hill. Den bakvendte ordboken. What's this about again? Yeah, it's kind of like a play on words book. Hvor mye veide Elvis da han døde? It's like a story about book, non-fiction, all about interesting fun facts. And then we have a whole new shelf, so give me a moment. Yes, then we have Miss Marple, the biography, so by Anne Hart, so like the trying to like put together a biography of Miss Marple. I've started this, as you see again. It's not a big book, but honestly, it kind of feels in a way like a Wikipedia article. It's not really that interesting. But like, it's not a huge book, so maybe I'll pick it up again and finish it. Yeah. Golden Boys by Phil Stamper. It's been described as the Sister of the Shining Pants, but just with a gang of boys. I've started this, as I said, last year. Haven't gotten far into it. Again, I don't remember why, but yep. The Reckless Afterlife of Harriet Stoker by Lauren James. Wonderful by Andreas Weyer Roswell. Don't Tell the Groom by Annabelle. Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Barron. Honestly, I started this book, I didn't finish it. And I haven't DNF'd it officially yet. I didn't love it, but I haven't DNF'd it officially, so yeah. Mysterious Little Voices. New Tales from Shakespeare's Fantasy World. This is a new book I haven't told yet. Onyeka and the Academy of the Sun by Tola Okogowu. Middle grade African fantasy book. Den som tisser i dusjen må dø. So this is all about funny quotes from kind of around the world, well, around places. And this title is translated as the person who, sorry, the person who farts in the elevator has to die. And yeah, of course, that's not a nice thing to do, really, depending on the elevator and stuff. But yeah, the Book of General Ignorance, another QI book. Banished by Liz Jaeger, a werewolf book. I'm not quite sure how much I'm into this now anymore. Maybe I'm gonna give it away. I'm not sure. Yeah. Løgnen og døden by Quentin Patrick. Noe å leve for by Richard Pryor. I don't really remember this much at all, but yeah, might get to it. And then we have Timepiece by Heather Albano. There was a time last year, 2 years ago, when I bought lots of time travel books, and then they've just been on my shelf. I don't know why they have, because I love time travel still, but yeah. Ordinary Girls by Blair Thornborough, a retelling of Sense and Sensibility. The Oxford Book of Theatrical Anecdotes by Giles Brandrett. So I started this now actually 2 years ago. I'm thinking I might DNF it and give it away, because I kind of feel like anecdotes, I feel like, are often very much better told, like, if you listen to them, like on a talk show or something, like reading them. And also many of these, like, I don't really know who any of the people are, so it's like, I don't know, maybe you should be a Brit to enjoy this more. I don't know. Give me a little moment. Fixing some stuff here. Yes. Yes. Stargate by Ingvild H. Risøy, a Norwegian book, obviously. A School for Unusual Girls by Kathleen Baldwin. From Bad to Cursed by Lena Harper. The Lake of Feathers and Moonbeams by Dax Murphy, a YA polyamorous Swan Lake retelling. Du kan ikke lage en potet. Essays og artikler om litteratur og samfunn. So essay collection in Norwegian. A Doctor Who story with the Legends of River Song. Like, Doctor Who and me, it's kind of interesting. I like Doctor Who. I've never been like a huge Doctor Who fan, but I like it. Like, at parts. I very much like the Matt Smith era. And I love Torchwood. Even though I should check out that again. I just watched it once, but yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. And then we have Stick a Flag in It. 1,000 Years of Bizarre History from Britain and Beyond by Aaron Lomas. Professor Barlow's Viral Experiment of Cecil Chipman. So like a middle grade of like werewolves thing story. Fearless, book 1 of the King series by Todra Candle. I don't remember buying this book and getting it at all, but it looks interesting. Oh yeah, it was like a library sale book. Yeah. My Mess is a Bit of a Life by Georgia Pritchett. So yeah, another essay book of like adventures in anxiety. So yeah. Sigbjørn Mostua, Nissedreper. Store klassikere. So it's by Arthur Conan Doyle. Detective stories. It's a collection of stories by. Give me a moment. It doesn't say right here who it's. But it's like, yeah, George Simeon, Agatha Christie, Olive Queen, lots of different classics. The Eddie Dickens trilogy by Philip Arda. So it's a whole trilogy in a bind up. And I'm not finished yet. Yes. Then we have Godhetens språk and sykepleiershistorie. So like non-fiction about nursing. Etter oss av Gunn-Marit Nisha. Perler på en snor of P.I. Paris. A funny book about pensioners. The Queen's Accomplice by Susan Elia MacNeil. Dying of Politeness by Gina Davis, her memoir. Walt Disney, the biography by Neil Gabler. The Pursuit of Power, The Purpose of Power by Alicia Garza, one of the people behind Black Lives Matter movement. Vokterne by John Grisham. So a John Grisham book. I feel like it came out like pretty recently. I actually haven't read anything by him, but I want to try. It is called The Guardians in English, so sometimes it's same thing in both languages. The Hemlige Løfte. Sue Grafton, A for alibi, B for bedrag, and C for Callahan. So like the first 3 books in the Sue Grafton alphabet series. The King's Justice by Susan Elia MacNeil. This is a series that I have a lot of books in. A Natural History of Dragons. I kind of plan to read this in January. Haven't like a buddy read. Haven't like planned it yet, but yeah, want to read it soon anyway. Ink, Iron and Glass. Have had this for like 5 years. So yep. The Witchery by S. Isabel. The Mermaid, the Witch and the Sea. Who Made That by Tim Rayborn, a non-fiction book about like inventions and stuff. And I'm still not finished. Good Omens, or Gode Varsler in Norwegian, by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. I've actually read this like 8 years ago, but I didn't love it. So I think like maybe I should like check it out and like give it another go, really. And I suppose why it's on my unread pile if I read it. It's so long ago that I don't really remember much about it. So yeah. The Comic Mind by Joel Mast. Comedy and the Movies. Arthur Conan Doyle. What's the word again? Used book that I don't really heard much about, but yeah, Sir Nigel, historical novel from the Black Princess time. So yep, cool. Space Opera by Catherine M. Valente. The Boy in the Red Dress by Kristen Albert. I actually started this, haven't gone for it. Want to, yeah, continue with that one? Yeah, give me a moment. Yes. Kaffeverden of Tom Paulson. This one came out 2 years ago now. Yeah, I believe, yeah. It's all about like a world where coffee is like worshipped as like a god and tea is like for villains, which is interesting. I do have bookmarking in it because I don't know. I did start it slightly, and honestly, I didn't like it that much. But I do kind of feel like it's still kind of paused. It's not officially DNF'd. So yeah, I mean because I like the idea so much, but like what a few pages I've read so far aren't that interesting. I mean, there's lots of interesting ideas out there, but you have to execute them in a good way. So yeah, magic steeped in poison. This also has like tea in it, but it's like tea and court and drama and stuff. It's the first in a duology, trilogy, one of those. Sea Sparrow by Kirsten Cashore, the fifth in the geussing series. I'm not quite sure if there's going to be a sixth, but yeah, this is the last one as of now, anyway. I kind of wanted to do a geussing reread before I get to this one, so yeah. Barmhjertighet by Knut Nærum. It's a Norwegian book, as you see. Norwegian book about kind of like doctors and euthanasia and stuff, but also in a funny way because he's a comedian who writes. So, yep. Fremmedsteds reisebyrå. Hemmelighetene i Storskog og Stormskogen. So this is the last in the. Give me a moment. In the Strange World Travel Agency series. So I read the first two books and I enjoy them quite. I didn't love them, but I did enjoy them. I don't really I feel like this series is kind of overhyped, at least to me. But I do have the last book, so I'm gonna read it sometime. And it's a midway, so it's like quick read and yeah, whatnot. Miss Roosevelt's Confidants by Susan Ellen McNeill, another one of those books. And then a book I just bought, Margaret Mertz for the Win by Susan, by Carrie McCrossan and Ian McCurdy. And you might think that's probably it because you've finished all your shots, haven't you? I mean, not putting things back here, but yeah. No, because I actually have some chairs that are hollow that I have some books in, so I have more. Stay tuned. I forgot some books from my shelf. We have The Hollywood Spy by Susan Ellen McNeill. We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal. The Paris Spy, Susan Ellen McNeill. A Master of Gin, P. DeJelly Clark. I Kissed Alice by Anna Birch. The Cat Who Saved the Books by Suzuki Natsukawa. Passing Strange by Ellen Clade. The World's Best Love Stories. Monsters Who Wrote. The Woman Who Pioneered Horror and Speculative Fiction. So a non-fiction look about horror and those kinds of stuff. There's a Will, There's a Way, or All I Really Know I Need to Learn from Shakespeare, from Laurie McGuire. And a DreamWorks animation non-fiction book. Okay, yeah, so that's all from the shelf. Now I have from the first chair Paula Santiago and the River of Tears by Taylor Kai Mejia. The Man Who Ate the World by Jane Rayner. A travel log about food from all over the world. Tickling the English by Daryl Brian. The Good Luck Girls by Charlotte Nicole Davis. Opp, Ned og litt til siden by Øystein Bakke. A Curse of Salt by Sarah Street. The Cartographers by Peng Shepherd. This Spells Disaster by Tori Ann Martin. The Five by Hallie Rubenhold. Blood Magic by Noah Roberts. Traveling to Work by Michael Palin. Humorboka by lots of people about Norwegian humor. The Bride Goes Rogue by Joanna Soup. Ballad of Perilous Graves by Alex Jennings. Egalias Døtre by Bad Gransberg, a Norwegian feminist classic. Marielle of Redwall by Brian Jacks. So, what if I'm chosen one? By Evelyn Benvey. And there's even more. Yes, I forgot about some more books. We have American Streets by Ibe Savoy. Atlas over Oppdagede øyer of Malaki Talak. So this is Atlas over mythical islands and fantastical islands and whatnot. Then, give me a moment. Then we have Deepest Dark and Deepest Red by Anna Marie McLemore. Failure to Communicate by Kaya Sunderby. Riley Thorne and the Corpse in the Closet by Lucy Score. Sword Stone Table, Old Legends, New Voices, an anthology of like King Arthur stories. And then, yeah, we have some more books here. Babel by Gaston Doran, a book I'm slowly moving myself through, all about languages of the world. Ingen Perfect, Millie Johnson. Fake It Till You Make It by Jen P. Nguyen. Untouched by Talia Hibbert. Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Herring Blake. Yep. There. Give me a moment. Yes. Our Heart by Rebecca Sky. I think it's a Cupid story. The Love Curse series. Interesting. The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wow by Jonas Diaz. Seafire by Natalie C. Parker. Belle by Paula Byrne. Again, a book I've started, haven't gone fine, but yeah, that's a chapter in itself. The Absolute Book by Elizabeth Knox. The Mammoth Book of Losers by Carl Shaw. The Town Thief by Cindy Swanson. A Life, Death and Whiskey by Ralphie. A Remedy in Time by Jennifer McCare. The Fantastic Lights by Terry Pratchett. The Boy Band Murder Mystery by Ava Eldred. A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley. A Little History of Archaeology by Brian Fagan. The Offering by Kimberly Durting. The Cooper Promise by Jen Williams. Give me a moment. River of Secrets by Shannon Hale. The Talisman Ring by Judith Hare. Retribution Falls by Chris Wooding. The First 15 Lives of Harry August by Claire North. En är min fiende by Victoria Holt. Tune In Tomorrow by Randy Dawn. Forever Lately by Lenore Rose Buckard. More Than Just a Pretty Face by Syed M. Masood. Sorry. Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, an American Slave by Frederick Douglass. His diaries, I believe they are. Yeah. Oppmålingen av verden av Daniel Kellman. The Road to Ever After by Maura Young. Beloved Like Magic by Lisselle Sambury. Monkey Around by J.D. Jang. The Warrior Princess of the Penroyal Academy by Emma Larson. And Ready or Not by Chris Manby. Fittingly enough, that was the last book. So yeah, I have quite a few books that I have not read that I own. So I suppose, as usual, if you see any books, have seen any books that you feel like this book you can just unhaul, or this book you should read now, please tell me. And yeah, I'm a bit tired now, so I think I'm just gonna close it now and not like do more. Maybe I'll edit it in the number. Maybe I'll edit it in the text when I publish this. But yeah, that's really how things are at the moment. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.